Welcome back, and just basically chaining this back to back. I'm starting from the Catacombs fire here. I didn't rest at it, or did I? I don't remember. Doesn't hurt to rest again. And I'm just going to try and plow through the Catacombs to get towards the bottom as swiftly as possible. So, order of business number one, get all the bridges. Would be also very nice if I could get a lantern to drop from these guys, but at the same time, it's one of those things that you can't count upon it, because there are X amount of necromancers down here, and the last one will definitely drop. If you kill them all and you don't get one, the last one will definitely drop a lantern, but not all of them will. I mean, sometimes you'll get it early, and that would be a blessing. Here's where the arrows are just, so great to have. And you can just take this guy out from a distance. Just poke him, stick him. And there you go. And he's dead. No lantern. Oh well. Backstab will do ya. And another very popular strategy down here in dealing with these guys is just try and kick them off a cliff. Their pathing is pretty stupid sometimes, but with this type of weaponry that you're going down with, it's really just not going to be a hassle. This guy is defensive. Ooh. That almost turned ugly. This is gonna turn ugly. I better do what I can about this guy. See if I can get this guy off the edge. No, and that arrow guy is firing at me, so I better stop messing around. Hey there, guy. There you go. Okay, and yeah, I mean, once you've gotten that necromancer down, then this becomes a lot less of a chore. Don't want to go too far into that area because I don't want to have to deal with that pack of skeletons, and I'm not interested in Lucerne. Hey, come on, reveal your secrets. Whatever. Didn't want your crap anyways. Probably just a falchion or a scimitar or something. Yep. Just business as usual. Stab him in the backside. Just knife through the pelvis. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and equip the large arrows in my first slot and my feather arrows in the second one. The feather arrows I'm going to use to get rid of that that third necromancer there, so that way I don't have to worry about his crap when I'm going across the bridge. And the feathered arrows, as well as the standard arrows, they keep their damage better over range, and you can aim them a little better. And so that's a real good deal there. Short bow, that would be lovely if I didn't have a longbow already. There's also just a ton of goodies down here, like the soul items that you find. Now, if you stand this far away, you probably won't get hit by him, but you do have to be careful all the same, because he will sometimes stagger back far enough that you can't shoot him anymore. Those two guys standing guard there can be dealt with pretty easily. Just don't drop the bridge, or don't turn the bridge before you go out there, and you won't have a problem. Alright, large arrows, and now he's going to take an attempt, so just aim a little to the left now with my large arrows. And as you can see, they're not doing as much damage because they lose their damage over distance. I just want to get that guy killed, so I don't have to worry about him when I am running across. There you go. And does he drop? He does not drop a lantern. That makes me sad. Let's see what this guy does. Exactly what I wanted him to. See what this guy does. He'll be fine. Yep. Now here's another precarious situation. Try to get these guys to detonate if you can, because otherwise they will be just a pain. Hi. Oh. Okay. He hung for a second there. Yeah, and they do damage these skeletons here, so that's pretty cool. Trying to play a game I shouldn't be playing. Yeah. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Yeah. I don't need your shit. So, the purpose of this is just going to be to try and get down to the bottom, turn all the bridges, get all the goodies that I need, and then as soon as I've gotten all the bridges turned and all the Titanite twinklies that I need, then I'm going to be heading back to the bonfire, charging myself up, going human, and I'm going to enlist Leroy's help with Pinwheel. And that'll sort me for this episode. I think that'll be more than enough content to fill up this particular episode. There is another bonfire up ahead that you can use that I never use, because it's going to make it difficult for you to actually leave this place. I'm going to drop down here, and you'll notice that the bridge turns of its own accord. In a second. There you go. And you know, you'd think, oh wow, that's great. Honestly, is anybody going to fall for that? There's no way anybody can fall for that at this point. I'm going to say hi to Patches. What's up, Patches? No, I'm not a cleric. Yada yada yada. Okay, now I talk to him first, and then I go and run out just a short distance onto the bridge and back, because there's actually, you can extract a bit of goodness from him. So I wait for the bridge to turn again. I've had a glitch in the past couple games where it didn't, but as you can see it did this time. Bait him to turn the bridge back, that scoundrel. Come talk to him, and what you want to do is say, yes, you did cause me trouble, actually, jerkface. And then he's going to be all angry and or contrite or whatever, and it's like, well, you're alright, and give you humanity. And if you don't do that, if you take the other option and say no, there was no trouble, he'll just give you a soul item, which I consider less valuable. And now when I've turned the bridge, then it stays turned. He's not going to try that trick with me again. He knows better. He knows that I know that he knows, and that I know. So I'm going to go over here just briefly to see if I can extract a lantern from this particular guy, and I'm going to archer him to death. This would be really difficult if I didn't have the Astora sword with the Divine on it. Now these skeletons are interesting because they can be really dumb when they get into their tumble movement, but at the same time they can be really smart when you're actually fighting them. So it's sort of a be careful with it. Scimitar I don't use. I only really ever get the curved sword type if I'm on my Pyromancer and I feel that he can use the Fury sword. So he can't hit you from there, but you can peg him from here, and that's just going to also take out a couple of his little goons. Meaning that even if you come in here without a divine weapon, you can drop his goons after he's dead, and they stay dead, so that's just, it's a win all around. And again, this is why I got so many arrows. Still nothing. Man, they're gonna hold out on me. Well, you know, it's not really necessary to have the lantern either. It helps a great deal, but it's not 100% mandatory. So I'm gonna take my little shortcut down here, drop into this room via this cliff. I'm not going to get the scythe, but I am going to kill this guy. Anything for a lantern. There you go. Okay. I'm glad I don't have to go after the rest of these schmucks. Gonna just open the door with that crank, and this guy, he's gonna be a punk. But just give him a good stab and slash, and hey! What's up, guy? Trying to kick him, but whatever. Now down there is where you can find Vamon, and I'm not interested really in getting him. He does the Chaos upgrade path, and I'm not interested. Gonna... Ooh boy. Oh, dang. That's pain in the tuchus. And I had 3 humanity and everything, and I turned all the things. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, pop a humanity, and turn human here, because I have enough confidence in myself to be able to make it. He says with a whimper and a hope in his heart. So now, at least Sabrina looks pretty again. I'm going to see what kind of armor I can get away with putting back on. The black leather gloves, great, I get the gloves. And I might as well put the mask on and see. Nope, no masking it yet. I'm not ready for Havel's ring yet. I don't have any armor heavy enough to need it. I may go ahead and, like I said, get the knight's armor later on, but I'm just not that worried about it. And this is, you know, all of the hard stuff has already been done here. I've gotten these guys, these bridges turned, and so I'm just gonna try and cheese my way through it, just rush through. This bridge is down. That's all I need. Gonna head in here and drop down to my little cliff again. And what's wonderful here is that these guys, if they try to follow me, they're just gonna fall off. No, I don't want the scythe. Thank you for killing yourself. You as well are appreciated. Great. Grab this to restore the balance. I'm going to switch to a two-hand stance now, because I'm going to drop down here where there are some crystal lizards. Yay. Roll through that. And these crystal lizards, I just want their twinklies, sprinklies, and a white titanite chunk is not bad. I'm going to exit and re-enter to kill the second one. And that's all you need in order to get your Astora's straight sword up to +5, which is its maximum. And I don't really think I need to worry about doing that before I take on Pinwheel. Although I may wish to spend the soul points before going down there just to be safe, because the bone wheel skeletons can be a hassle as well. I say they can be a hassle. They're pretty much the biggest hassle. What the hell happened there? That is the first time such a thing has happened to me. I got stuck on the terrain in a pit. Let me just drop these two. Yeah, that was a poorly planned maneuver, but I'm still alive. Believe me that I'm still alive. I feel perfect and I'm still alive. Still alive. Okay, so that all out of the way. And now it's time to go down and deal with the wheel. Fine, I'll get the scythe, Jesus. You take a chug, and normally, you know, if I hadn't gotten the lantern by now, I'd be I'd be going down into that particular area. Let me get this. To try and chase the rest of the necromancers, but since I already have it, I'm not going to bother over it. Now, if you don't have the Divine Sword, worry not, because Leroy, our big bro here, he's got a nice big holy club that he can kill these skeletons with. He's got all sorts of cool moves, and he's just going to really be the guy that gets us through it. Sometimes this son of a gun right here will be up there, and you just got to deal with him as best you can. We're going to let Leroy sort this out. Thanks for that. And I want to try and just get out of here before the rest of the get-along gang shows up. Leroy is going to want to head this way. He normally just will run down this path, and you don't have to entice him too much to come down here. But he can get distracted by the skeletons. Alright, so I'm ready for a fight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to stick it to someone. Yeah, okay, whatever. Start button, start button. And yeah, I'm just going to try and get this guy out of the way as soon as possible. You really don't need Leroy's help here. He's like one of the easiest bosses in the game. But still, again, do not underestimate, because at the same time, if he does this sort of thing, then he can get you. It'd be nice if Leroy would show the hell up and make a showing here. What are you doing, bro? Jesus! Wake up! Yes, thank you. Get rid of some of these clones. Wow. And the NPCs can be kind of dipshits here, really. Okay, come on and do something, Leroy. You are embarrassing me. Yeah, I almost ate something there. That was a nice little attack there. And that's clearly a clone. But now this guy is open. Oh man. It's a bit of an ass cramp. Alright, I've got my sights on you. Yeah, Leroy was just a complete waste of effort here. Honestly, I don't know why I did it. But I got the Rite of Kindling, and that's yet another boost that I'm going to give to my character here by being able to kindle the Firelink Shrine Flame. I'm going to get my 20 recharge, and that's going to be great. Just going to climb up here and grab the Soul of a Proud Knight. It actually may be a large Soul of a Proud Knight, now that I think about it. And I've got 4 humanity that I do not want to waste. I do not want to lose. It is within my best interest not to lose these 4 humanity. But at the same time, I realize that I am in a dark place, and that going for the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring is a huge risk. So right now I'm going to make peace with the fact that it's a good likelihood I'm going to lose this. So let me just use a Homeward Bone to get back to the fire. I'm going to spend as many souls as possible, mitigate my damage loss, because if I should happen to die, then that's going to it's going to be unfun. Ah, there we go. Alright, Astora Sword +5, that's fantastic. Mo Endurance, all the way. No, it's not a waste of souls to me. And let's see if I can put my mask on. Yes. Alright, so, that's my maxed out weapon for the first portion of the game. It's going to come in handy until I get my replacement. So that's really good. You know, I'm already way ahead of where I need to be. And that's why I play it this way, is because I like to get those early game boosts, and with just a little bit of skill and a little bit of patience, you can make it through this maze. Just gonna drop onto my little safety ledge here. Give a chug. Drop down here. Drop down here. There's a bit of cleric's gear down there if you're hurting for a little bit of extra defense, but I'm not worried about it. And this is going to be a real nail biter, because if these guys get after you, then that's trouble. Alright, it's about this point that once I drop down into the pinwheel room, I'm going to change over to the skull lantern. Let me see if I can still roll. I can. Having a shield in this next section is kind of optional, really, and I should probably be hotbarring the Homeward Bone as well, because I am honestly going to be trying my best to grab the ring and then bone out before such time as I die. and that would be spectacular if I manage it. I don't always. So now I'm going to run past this guy here. Usually if you're quick, you can just completely bypass them without having to take a swing or defend yourself. Slide down one, slide down the other, do it a roll, do it a roll, and you're safe. Slide down here. Oh, hey, Patches. Bye, Patches. We'll talk to him later. This is going to be harrowing. I want to roll as fast as I can through that. Yeah, those bone dogs are no joke. Going through the fog gate. Gonna switch over to my bones. Try to avoid this guy. Roll through these bones. Grab this soul and roll off the cliff. And here you go. Alright, so now I'm gonna get the ring and as quick as I possibly can. Yes, return to the last bonfire. And it was a success! Smashing! Oh man. This game's just being good to me thus far. This is such a relief. Okay, so I got what I came for. I really got what I came for. I got everything I came for down here. I'm gonna celebrate by popping some souls. Have you heard of the hot new drug? Souls, baby. Everybody's doing it. And I'm just going to try and get as many levels gained as possible, because really, I've gotten much of my upgrading for the early game out of the way. You know, I'm not going to be doing a heck of a lot of expensive stuff from here on out. I'm just going to be stocking up on as many arrows as possible, because they're going to remain valuable. And once I popped all these souls and leveled up, then I'll run back up to Firelink Shrine. I'll let you guys see that. Soul of a Lost Undead. Alright. And this is just, it's a tremendous boost. You start off the game strong. And I've got enough souls here that when I head back to Andre, that I'm going to be able to just go ahead and just get all the arrows that I can need for a while, and I'm also going to be kindling that bonfire up nice and good. This guy's going to try and cause me pain. Or not. He's going to politely get out of the way, I guess. See what I mean about these skeletons being smart and stupid at the same time? Ow. Okay. I'm just gonna say goodbye to this guy. I don't have any reason to stick around and fight them. Run on up out into daylight. Take a moment to chug. Get on up. Run past these chumps. There's no need to stick around and dally with them. I'll go ahead and take this little portcullis here, this porthole, and jump. Awesome. Alright, now I'm already reverse hollowing, so I'm just going to kindle this bonfire up, and it's a cool little detail that when you kindle the bonfire, that what happens is it grows higher and more powerful. You see the flames getting higher. I think it's a warm and appreciable feeling there. So one final kindling and I get this thing up to 20. And Firelink Shrine is just going to be my home base for this game. It's where I'm going to head back when I want to recharge my Estus to 20. It does become more of a central hub later on. So now you can see that the flames are totes above my head here. And I'm moving my mouse right now to the stop recording button. It's one of the reasons I do not like to do this in windowed mode if I can help it, but sometimes that's just how it goes. So that's going to do me for right now. I'm already in a great spot to get started and really go after some of these chumps. I'm going to equip the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring so I don't forget, because I have work right after this video. And, you know, I don't want to forget anything from here to there. So, thank you for watching. This is Solinus Dracone. This has been Dank Souls, and you have a great evening.